morning, guys. Welcome to another episode of Boots and Bows Outdoor with Jimmy. We're going to make a waterer for the chickens today. They've been out doing their little waterer. They knock it over. It's been a real pain. So I've been watching a few videos on YouTube of people making chicken waterers and kind of come up with the one I want to do. I'm going to use a 5-gallon bucket, some a 1/2 inch poly tubing. I only need about maybe 3 feet, 4 feet of it. I had to buy 50 feet. It's all right, I'll find another use for it. Some chicken waterers, and I'll show you these a little more in depth in a little bit. I've got a couple of fittings. One that's going to go into the lid. One that we can hook the hose up to. And then if needed, some clear silicone. And of course, a lid. So I have a lid for the bucket. And a drill, tape measure, and most importantly, a cup of coffee. That's it. Okay. The waterers I went with are pretty cool. I'll show these to you. I've looked at a few of them, watched a few videos, and a lot of the automatic waterers have a little thing that comes out right here, and chickens peck that and water drops in the bowl. But I've seen a lot of people having problems with them breaking. Sometimes they get damaged, they get stopped up, just different things happening. These seem to be the most problem free. It actually kind of works like a float. When it fills up, the water stops. When it comes up, water goes in. Comes with a little gasket on the back here, and then thumb screw right here to hold it into the bucket. This might be where we need silicone. This is kind of flat, bucket's round. I don't know how well this gasket seals, we'll see. One of the nice things though is it comes with its own drill bit to drill the holes out for these. I got these off of Amazon. It's an Oasis chicken waterer. Right there. So I got a pack of 4. I'm going to use 2. I'll have 2 as a standby in case one of them dies on me. And we'll see how it works. Let's go ahead and get started because it's rained here forever. The first halfway dry day we've had, and I'm seeing rain clouds moving in. We weren't supposed to have any more rain today. The wind is kind of blowing, so I apologize if we get wind noise in here. I do have the sock or the dead cat on the mic, so hopefully that'll keep us from having to deal with too much wind noise, but we shall see. So let me get started before rain starts coming down and I'll get soaking wet, and I don't want my phone or my mic to get drenched either. So let's get rolling. All right, so we go about 1 inch up from the bottom. Remember, the slip is not the bottom. The bottom is actually right here. You can kind of see it, and it's about right at this band on here. So we'll pop a couple of holes in there and put these cups in there. See how that works out. Nice drill bit. We actually got a point on it, so you can go right in. Do one about here, and then we'll put one over here. Take off the thumb screw, and we'll actually. And actually kind of screw these in. Like that. Then do the same thing with this cup. Right. Okay, now if I was putting this on the ground, I'd have a problem, but I'm actually going to put it on bricks. So like that, to be able to have enough room to go. Show you a little close up. And that's inside the bucket. You can see the two nibs coming out. Alright, we're going to put that on the side. And let's take a look at we're going to do our lid. Alright, so this a 1/2-inch pipe, and this part should just screw right down into the top once you drill a hole. Not sure what size that is. 1/2-inch PVC female. So I guess we should use a 1/2-inch drill bit. Which is the largest drill bit I have. And that's not going to quite be big enough, but maybe we can round it out some. Alright, so just drill a hole here. Not quite big enough, we'll keep going. That didn't work. It's a 1/2 inch, I'm pretty sure this is 3/4 or 5/8. And this doesn't have to be like super watertight, just want to secure. Big hole. We're almost there. No. There we go. And we'll just screw this down. Like I said, it's not watertight. It's not going to have pressure on it. This is just simply to fill the bucket up so that my wife can do it from outside of the pen, that she doesn't have to go crawling in there to get the water out and things like that. So, okay, we're going to use a pair of cutters here. About 6 foot of tubing or so. Probably way more than what we need. But just to make life easier on everybody. And then all we should have to do, run this back out some. Shove it on there, then tighten up. Like that. And then we can put it on the bucket, put it inside, run the hose outside to that fitting, and hook the hose to it, turn the hose on, fill a bucket. Now, my question was, this is a blue opaque bucket. How do we know when it's full? I'm glad you asked. So, saw somebody do something similar, where they use a float in here and then a string coming out with a weight, and should let you know when things are done. So we're going to give that a shot and see if we can't figure that out. We're going to need to pop a small hole up here in the top so we can feed the string through it. And it doesn't have to be a big hole. Something big enough to get some fishing line through. Now I want it somewhere where the chickens aren't going to be sitting there pecking on it. So if we got this in the corner, try it right here. If that doesn't work, well then we'll move it. Having a little hole in here won't bother anything. A little bit back in there. Why won't you close now? There we go. Alright, so we've got some fishing string. All we need this to do is to go out to inside here. So we'll go with about that much fishing line. Use a pair of clippers. This is braided line, spider wire, so it doesn't cut very easily. Usually a pair of nail clippers are the best thing for cutting. Take our float. Put the line through it. Put the peg back in. And this way so y'all can kind of see. I'm going to put the string and floats at the top. Okay, I'll go about like that. It didn't work. Take a split shot, open the sucker up. Alright, so we want this about right here. So we want it when it's empty that the float will pull this down. Okay, so slide that down a little bit, or we can pull it off all together, one of the two. Up, we want this down here. Good. That's perfect. All right. So for this, what about putting this piece of split shot on here, but they're lead. Don't want lead in the chicken's drinking water. So I found some, I had some screws. So we'll see if we can't just stick a screw in the float. See if that'll give it enough weight. And if it doesn't, we'll stick another screw in the float until we get enough weight that the float pulls this up. Not quite enough yet. Better. I also don't want to put so much weight that my float doesn't stay up. Probably use a lighter split shot. I don't know if I have any lighter than that. Got a bell sinker, but I think that's the same weight. I'll give you a weight. It says PSS5. Okay, so what we will do, tie a screw onto here. There we go. That'll work. Okay. That should do that. Now, put some water in it, see how those bowls feel. Alright, bowls are filled. This worked. I think I had it turned so y'all could see it. The screw, I'm going to push the float down. Okay, comes up, boom, pulls it down. We have success. Bowls. Bowls are doing good. Do we see any leakage from the bowls? Nope. I know this one leaked when I had it on the table because it had lifted it. So it started filling back up and it was overflowing with water. All right, proof of concept. So, fill indicator. Bowls, bucket full of water that I'm going to dump out because I'm not fighting going to put it in there in the chicken coop without it. Now we'll bring y'all back when I'm ready to hook up the outside. Later. Okay, I've got the bucket and the lid. Now we just need to cut this piece of tubing, put on this adapter, drag the hose in, and we'll be good. And just so y'all know, this tubing is not the easiest to cut through. All right. Now, I'm going to go drag the hose over. And if y'all want, I don't know if you can see it, but down here is the screw for the indicator. But once that gets to the bottom, this is full. Now I'm going to go turn the hose on, turn it on low, because I have a feeling if I turn it on high, we're going to end up with waterfalls. Okay, I don't know if you can see it, but the screw is going down. And actually I can see it from where the hose is, so that's pretty cool. And if we get a little over it, just no big deal. The cups are filling up. Ladies, unlimited supply of water for y'all pretty much. The screw and the The float for the indicator is working out perfectly. And so long as the girls don't get bored and start pecking the screw and pulling on the string and messing it up, be in good shape. Yeah, check it out, it's your water. Oh, there's some mud chicken. Somebody's looking. Oh, water. Oh, clear, clean water. Alright. It's pretty much at the top. I can go shut the water off now. What do you think, girls? Pretty cool? You like that? Now the other water has water in it, but it looks like it got some dirt in there. And why are you pecking the apparatus? Drink the water. The crazy birds. Crazy, crazy birds. Oops. Bring it down here. You can kind of see them. Alright guys, well, we had about a little over half the hose left over. That's alright, I knew it was going to be too long, but I wanted it to be long enough and not short enough, too short, because honestly, I don't want to have to keep crawling in and out under the coop. It's, I'm trying to remember, I think it's maybe 36 inches high, which is about half my height. So it was a strain for me to get under there. So hopefully that'll take care of them on the water. Next thing is I have to build a feeder, but the feeder I'm planning on building, seen on YouTube, and it uses a 90-degree elbow, 3-inch elbow, and I have to figure out how to cut it. I don't have a chop saw. So that'll be my next project. Might end up just buying a big chicken feeder instead of having a fight with that. I could always use it out the other bucket for something. So I hope y'all enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so when I put out new videos you'll be getting them. Hopefully I'll be having a few more coming out if this weather can ever kind of straighten out. It's been crazy. I know we're planning on doing making some sausage and possibly some boudin on Sunday, so might take y'all along for that ride, especially for the boudin. We make a pretty good boudin. So thank y'all and have a great day. Bye.